guys, welcome back to my channel, Clean Slate Kate. Behind me we have my Ikea Kallax shelving unit. I actually have two of them side by side, but the one behind me was a huge disaster zone, and in this video I'm going to show you guys me basically gutting the whole shelf and then reorganizing it. So behind me, the way it is the way that I've set it up, and I'm gonna take you guys along on the journey of me getting it to this point. The thing with this shelf for me, it's in my living/dining area. I live in a very small house, so we don't have a ton of storage. So I like this shelf to be really functional for me and my family in terms of using it for things that we need to store and paperwork and all that kind of stuff, but I still like it to look nice and pretty and attractive as much as I can with it still being functional. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys, so the start of me tidying it up, you will see what the shelves looked like originally and now what we have come to. And then at the end of the video, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna just take you a little tour of what it looks like now and where everything is and what it looks like and why I have things situated where they are. All right guys, so as you can see, this shelf was a complete disaster zone. There is literally stuff everywhere. There was things that shouldn't have even been there, like the giant dinosaur on the top of the shelf. There's also some kids' books that I had Holden, who is my little 3-year-old, now 4-year-old, take back up to his bedroom because the toys always end up hanging out on this shelf for some reason. So I really did not anticipate how overwhelming this task was going to be. I cut out a lot of the footage because it took me ages to just get the shelves cleared off. Now I'm going in with my Norwex dusting mitt just to get any of the dust and debris that had kind of built up in between all the junk over time. And I'm getting in the cupboards too, because they're not really a place that I dusted all that often, to be honest. Yeah, and then once I'm done with the dusting mitt, I will go in with my Norwex Enviro cloth. So I just use water with this, and it takes off any like buildup or sticky fingers or anything that has found its way onto the shelf that the dusting mitt did not pick up. So Holden is not usually in my videos because I'm usually filming up in my bedroom where it's nice and quiet. Well, it's not that quiet, but more quiet than the living room. But since I was going to be doing a voiceover for this part, I figured he could be in the living room with me. Finn was having his nap, and Holden just seemed like he really wanted to be in front of the camera. He brought me a snack to open, and then he starts doing all sorts of funny things in front of the camera, which I was actually going to cut out, but some of them are kind of funny, so I left a little bit of it in for you guys. So one of the things that I learned about when I was researching how to style a bookshelf was to place your books on the shelf first and that gives you an idea of where you should place your ornamental items. So I went ahead and I did that, and I found it was really easier than just starting to place random items. So I do recommend starting with the books. So I'm gonna give you a little tour of what the shelves look like now. I've zoomed you in nice and close, and we'll kind of move across the shelf. So up here, I have just a little vase. I love these vases. I got 2 of them actually at Chapters a few years ago, and I just love them. But in here, I have my MacBook. And then I have also my tablet. But what I want to show you guys is this cool little device. I ordered this for this project of organizing this shelving unit. I needed somewhere to keep my technology, and this little guy was perfect. So it's just a little laptop or iPad holder from Amazon, and I can link it below. It's super sturdy. It's got like this nice padding in here, so none of your stuff is going to end up getting scratched. And then it's just so easy. You can change the placement of these to fit different pieces of technology. My husband is actually getting a new laptop, and he may be going to use this side for his, so I'll have to find another spot for my iPad, but for now, that's where it's going to live. In here, I just have a couple of books. I wanted the books that I left out to be somewhat decorative. I do look at these books once in a while, but not very often. There's a cooking encyclopedia, and then also my Goop Clean Beauty book. And then just a little decorative kind of display there, a picture of me and my mom that I love. Okay guys, so on this shelf, I have another one of the vases like I have over next to my MacBook, but it's a little bit taller, and I did a lot of research and found out that if you have 2 like pieces on a bookshelf, you should actually separate them, and it brings more interest to the shelf in terms of design. So I did go ahead and separate those. I used to always keep them together, and I'm actually really liking how they look separated. I also have these little guys here. They're really sentimental to me. My mom and dad brought them back from South Africa. That's where I was born, and they went on a trip there and they brought them back for me. They're little guinea fowl birds. Put one up a little closer here. And they're all handmade. And I just love the wood and how it brings a little bit of warmth to the shelf that's very much like gray and black and white. So, and then moving over into this shelf here, I have just a few books that are more decorative books. I don't really look at them. This is our wedding photo album, so that one's really special to me, and I do like to keep it out. This little person here, when my husband and I traveled to Dominican, we got these little stone people, and I absolutely love them. So I have one here, and I've separated those as well because I have my other one here. I'll just show you up close. They're really beautiful pieces, and I'm actually loving the separation of them as well. Down here, I have just a nice jumbo elephant. He doesn't really have any special meaning to me other than the fact that I bought him and I just thought he was cute and I really like him. And then over here we have my happy planner, and I like to be able to just grab that whenever I need it. And in here is just some file folders. Now I still need to go through and organize these a little bit better, but this is what I was using to organize all of our paperwork because my other filing cabinet was down in the basement, and I'm just not a basement person. I really needed to get our filing system up here in this room for it to be more functional for us and for me to actually use it properly. So before I was using this, so I'm gonna start using this little guy just for any bills that need to be paid before I pay them. Anything that needs an actionable document, that kind of thing. And then of course coupons or catalogs, anything like that. And in here I have all of my kind of craft supplies that I grab on a regular basis. I have Happy Planner sticker books, just lots of little pieces that looked super duper cluttered because I had them kind of all over the place before, so now they're just all in this basket. And then I just have my little Happy Notes notebook that I use for my business. And then over here I have my Bamboo doTERRA essential oils box, and it's just got a little drawer here, and I love it. I actually didn't like it on the shelf before I did the makeover, but now that everything's done, I like the warmth that it also brings in. Okay, so now I'm gonna angle you down a little bit because I wanna show you what I did in the little cupboards that I have, as well as the new filing system that I purchased. So we're angled down now. I have two little cupboards right here. And beforehand, I had some random cleaning supplies in this one. So what I did was I cleared that all out. My kitchen is right over there. I don't need a cupboard here with cleaning products because I have really narrowed down the selection of products that I use, and I use mainly Norwex, so I don't need a lot of storage space for my cleaning stuff at least. So I changed this into just like recipe books and like a couple other random books. But yeah, so they're all in there now. I use my recipe books fairly often, so it just looks a lot less messy to have it closed off. And the books that I kept out are more decorative. And then over here, I like to keep greeting cards, extra tissue paper for gift wrap and ribbons and that kind of stuff. I keep all the extra bags down in the basement, but I like to have like a little collection of greeting cards and birthday cards and that kind of thing. So if something comes up or I forget to get something, I have a little stash that I can usually find something for the person that's birthday it is or whatever the occasion. Okay, so these are what I purchased to do all of our filing. Now I have one on each side, and I've just gone through and I've organized everything. This is probably the most organized my paperwork has ever been. But I'm really proud of how it turned out. I'm super happy with this system. It's up in my living room. As soon as I pay a bill, I can file it or anything else. So I'm really happy with these little guys. I have this one here, which is our 2020 paperwork. And then over here, I have previous years. So I can just keep any important documents from the previous years, like our tax papers and all that kind of boring stuff. So yeah, and then further down, I'll just, boop, we have all these baskets here. So this is why I really like having the wood kind of scattered throughout the shelf and the bamboo box, because I have these other baskets down here which are a really warm tone, and I just feel like it ties everything together, especially since I have them with black and gray. Just gives a nice warmth to the shelf. Alright guys, so if you enjoyed this style of video, let me know in the comments below, and if you don't like this on my channel, I cannot do something like this again. I just thought that it's kind of fun to show off like before and afters, especially when it takes so long to do projects like this. It's nice to just get it filmed. Also, when I was looking for inspo on the Ikea Kallax shelves and how to organize them, I really didn't find much in the way of living room organization. There was a few people that had them in like beauty rooms, and then there was a couple people that had like them in craft rooms, but that was just not functional for me. Like I don't need that much space for my beauty or my craft stuff. So yeah, I like to have this more as just like a decorative and a functional space. So yeah, if you guys like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!